right, welcome back, cool guys. This is episode 7, I think, of the Alectric podcast. I am here in my lovely abode, chillaxing, doing my thing, but I've got a very special guest with me today. You might know him as Luigi. You might know him as
Luigi,
Louis,
Luis,
Louise, Mr. Chunky Chango himself, Luis Zamarron.
I mean, that was still kind of white, but
Yeah.
you know, we'll go with it. We'll go with it.
I try my best. So how you been?
I've been alright.
What you been up to recently?
I mean, recently, I recently got a new job. It's going on 3 weeks. Jiffy Lube in Griffith.
Okay. What do you do there?
I'm an Upper Bay technician right now, but working to eventually become Lower Bay and all the other stuff.
What made you think Jiffy Lube? You know.
Well, actually, it was a lot of life changes. So I've been working security for 3 years or something like that.
Okay.
And so while I was doing that, in the last year, I want to say October is when I started losing weight, or rather, I started working out, or not even working out. That wasn't until later. Okay. So I started going on a diet. Matt and his mom always told me about this thing called the carnivore diet, and I'm over thinking yeah, whatever, it sounds like keto. Yeah. But in reality, it's you cut out even more. Okay. But the thing
is, what is it?
It's strictly just meat, animals and animal products, like dairy and stuff like that.
Okay. Dang, so, all our vegetarian viewers have tuned out.
I mean, it'd be like that.
Sorry.
But, yeah,
go drink your water.
It's not even, I was reading up on it, because they got me a book and everything, but it's not even an actual, diet meant for losing weight. It's meant to be health beneficial. Okay. But I'm just losing weight in the progress, and this is the healthiest I've ever felt in my life. Nice. I don't eat till I'm full. I haven't eaten till I'm full in at least half a year, and it's the greatest feeling ever. Just a lot of things, are changing. And, I mean, I still need to work on, not cheating a whole weekend and stuff, but, it's a lot better than where I started.
Yeah, so. And, I feel for me, it's very hard for me to not eat till I'm full, Because I'm if I'm hungry, I'll make myself something to eat for lunch, and then I'll eat it, and then dang, I could really go for a fruit roll up or something. And then I eat that, I'm you know what, I could probably still fit some more in me.
Then I got this, and I got that. Maybe a cookie,
I see those cheese puffs over there staring at me, and I'm the things I do to it. So
eat it.
I'd probably eat that entire bag. But
the bag itself?
Yeah, the bag including. I'd leave the cheese puffs.
No, I'm saying with bag, because it's got that cheese on it, sort of when you get the cheese on your fingers, you lick your fingers.
Well, I'm talking about I'd eat the bag. I'd leave the cheese puffs.
I know. I'm just saying, why not the bag too?
What do you mean, why not the bag?
I'm just messing with you, man. But no, so yeah, getting back to it, I get off track easily.
No, you're good. That's I don't know if you noticed.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah, that's how we do it here.
That should be the model. We get off track easy. But no, so I ended up doing security, and then as I started, losing weight, at one point I started plateauing at around 370. Okay. And I was like, man, I can't. I was there for 3 weeks, just because I was eating, but also then I'm like, okay, I need to stay off this, but I couldn't. It was just I guess a moment of weakness there. Mm-hmm. And so I'm like, you know what? Why don't I bought this V-Shred thing a couple years back because I was motivated when I saw the guy. But then I stopped it. So I'm like, you know what? I don't have to do the diet, the carb cycling. I could just do the workouts. Okay. So I started doing that. And then I started going down again. So I've been keeping up with that. And then lately, Alon and I have been going to the gym. And that's where I'm trying to do stuff on my rest days. Mm-hmm. Because now that I've done it, I've already done it for 3 months. So now I'm just doing another 3 months. And I want to actually do stuff on the rest days. Yeah. But yeah. So the whole thing with, I was doing security. As I was losing weight, I was like, man, mentally, it messes with you because I have no one to talk to for 8 hours, and then I'm at work for 12 hours because I work in Chicago and the train doesn't start.
What did you do security? Where were you?
It was at Essex Inn on Michigan and 8th. Okay. They had this. It's a residential place, but they had a couple floors rented out to this place called Sonder, and it was an Airbnb. And I just guarded those places. But I was basically sitting.
Did you ever get any action over there? Did you see?
Yeah, we called the cops 3 times the whole time I was there.
For what?
Just disturbances. Usually.
Okay.
I know at one point there was a gun in the building. Oh. But that was in the morning shift, and I only worked overnight. But yeah, overnights, they get to you, no human interaction or whatever, just there for 8 hours.
That's rough.
And then I was sitting down, I'm like, you know what? Like at the rate, I was telling Matt, like at the rate it was going, not working out and just sitting and all that stuff, the way I was eating, I would have died at that job.
Dang.
So I was like, all right,
sitting there, walking around here and there.
Yeah,
that's it?
Yeah, pretty much.
It's rough for 8 hours.
Yeah,
brother.
Yeah. So I'm like, you know what? I got to make a change. So as I was losing weight, you know, and then it was funny. Like as I was thinking, like, oh, like once I visit Matt just to get my paid time off, and then I'll quit. Or I was giving myself an excuse, or even after C2E2 or something like that. And then my job, they ended up losing that account because that place ended up like not going out of business, I guess, but they're no longer there. Okay. So they left. So I was out of that job. So he was trying to find me new hours. But then as he was trying to find me new hours, I was like, I want to work at this one place that I'm working at. It was 12-hour shifts, but I was getting them in faster, got more days off. But then that second week, he was like, he couldn't find me anything. And I'm like, all right, I need to go job hunting. Yeah. Like after one day, I was like, no, I can't do this. So I started going around. I was going to just like fast food places, stuff like that, to just, I'm like, hey, at least I'll be physical.
Just to get money too.
And then I saw a thing about Jiffy Lube, a technician. I'm like, might as well, Like it would be nice to do something hands-on, learn something about cars. I'm like, why not try to be a mechanic or something? And then I applied, and then I ended up getting an email, and he's like, you still want to, come for an interview or something? I'm like, all right, well, I'll give it a shot. What's the worst that can happen? He says no. So I go. And then I ended up talking to my boss, or my current boss, and then he was saying, he was like very honest and very real. I'm like, I already like this place. Yeah. And I'm like, I'm gonna be honest, I have no experience other than like changing a tire, changing brakes or something like that. I fixed an alternator on E350, but that's pretty easy because it's on up top and all that.
And we had mech arts in high school.
Honestly, I forgot everything from mech arts.
We didn't do anything in that.
He tried to get us to do stuff.
We learned how to do an oil change 5 times.
I still forgot. Now I know. But yeah, so I ended up telling him no experience. And he's like, I'm trying to build back my team because of COVID and everything. And so he's like, you want to work for us? I'm like, I got another offer with it was Duke of Oil in Cherville. It's not Cherville. It's like Highland. Yeah,
the one in the corner.
And so I ended up going there. They were offering me, starting off because I didn't have an experience, like 10 an hour compared to 15 an hour at Jiffy. I'm like. Just working half, like a 20, 30-hour week, I'm making more than a 40-hour week there. So I ended up going with him, and then, that's what I've been doing. And it's just, to keep me active, so I'm not sitting down constantly. So it is better.
They train you over there?
Yeah. Okay. I did, it was like a little over 16 hours, maybe 20 hours of, computer-based training. Okay. And then they got me on the floor hands-on. So it's just, right now, it's just dialing up speed, learning the different oil reset lights on the cars, and then after that, it's like learning all the other bays. But yeah.
Nice. I feel that. I don't know. Job hunting has always been very rough. At least for me, it's always been like, I have no idea where I'm going to go, what I'm going to do. And I'm still freaking job hunting right now. Because I'm like, where I'm at right now, just to put the money in the bank. Yeah. But I'm trying to get a job. I'm trying to get that career. Yeah. Exactly. So
I know I was thinking about something, but I don't want to say it just because it seems like my mind is flipping around constantly. No, yeah. I mean, this at first I was thinking about doing semis, and I told a lot of people about that. But then I was like, I'd be sitting down for another 12 hours maybe.
It's rough. I've heard.
It's good money, don't get me wrong. It's just, I'd take a pay cut to mean that I'm physically moving. Doing stuff. Compared to, sitting down again. Because I was getting paid more at my security job just sitting down. Yeah. It's just, I can't be doing that.
Yeah, if you get stuck with something that you really hate, but, it makes the money, for some people at least, it's like, hey, at least I'm making good money, so I don't care what I'm doing, And then you get stuck in that. And then 5 years down the road, you're like, dang, I've wasted 5 years of my life sitting down driving point A, point B. Done.
I mean, maybe they don't feel that way, but that's me personally.
I know. No, I get that. I couldn't be me, bro. I'm a very, you know me, shoot. I'm a very, active person. I want to do stuff. Sitting, which is weird because I'm doing a podcast now, we're doing a sitting. But doing stuff that's sitting around doing whatever, nah. Yeah. You got to get me doing something.
Plus, it's nice to know that you earned your paycheck.
Exactly, bro.
Doing something.
When I worked in quotes, when I did my college-bound, was it community service? Last year, I had to do, or I worked with Sarah, and we did the Festival of the Lakes. And I'm like, oh, this is gonna be so fun, like I don't know what we're doing, but like we're here at a festival. Let's see something. We're gonna be doing something fun, or at least we're walking around the festival area, going by the concert bay, all that stuff, And Derek, right? Jared's brother.
Yeah.
I think Sarah told me, or maybe Jared did, one or the other. But they told me that like he was doing like the lights for like the concert and stuff, or something like that. I don't know. He just wasn't doing what we did. Mm-hmm. And so I'm like, but like that's something cool. I'm like, oh sweet, I wanna do something like that. And then we get to our first day there, and they say, all right, so here's what you guys are gonna be doing. Everyone's gonna pair up. And I'm like, sure, okay, me and Sarah, easy money, And you're gonna pair up, and you're gonna get this vest and this radio and like this light stick, that you use to direct traffic. And you get all that, and you're gonna bring a chair, and you're gonna go to this street corner. I'm like, okay, and then. All we had to do was sit there and make sure no one parked on that residential street.
It's like that sometimes.
It was terrible. And I did that for 5 days, 8 hours. So 40 hours in total in a week. Every day, just come in, get my stuff, drive to that street corner, open the chair, sit.
Fun stuff, huh?
No, I hated it. It was the worst thing in my life. It couldn't be me again.
Yeah.
Like my first year of college, I worked at the library and I cleaned, And to be fair, I thought I hated it, but I would rather do that than just sit.
Yeah, because you're actually doing something.
And plus, like the guys over there were so cool because they were paisas, they were our people. And and literally, the guy told me like after like I was almost done on my last day, he's like, "Hey, if you want, I can get you a job here with us. We can get you like buffing the floors, cleaning the windows, all that." I'm like, bro, I'm just starting off college. Like, let me get used to college life first, and then maybe. I don't want to be a janitor. So
honestly, I respect janitors, man. They do everything that.
Yeah, but I wouldn't want to be one. I don't want to clean toilets. I'd be good at it. I don't want to clean it.
Be good at cutting grass. Be good at laying drywall.
Bro, I don't mean to throw this guy under the bus, but I feel like you and I would relate to this so much. So it's this other guy I used to work with at College Bound, and for like at the library, and he's Mexican like us, okay, full-blooded though, so he's not like me. I'm a half-breed.
Okay, and I'm sorry about that. Yeah. It's hilarious, but at the same time, I know it got on your nerves. So
then I don't care now.
Oh,
but
half-breed. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding, man. I'm just kidding.
You came up with that nickname.
I did.
You gave that to me.
I know, and I felt bad when you told me. Like I remember you used to call me half-breed. I'm like, I'm like,
I'm sorry, dude. I'm like, it's cool. It is what it is.
Yeah.
So, but really quick before I forget this, I remember one things from high school was Adam came up to you and like gave you like a high five.
No, it was Butler. I remember what you're talking about. Because then he ended up coming up and then high fiving and I was like, ugh, white boy. And I wiped it off and you started dying in the middle of the hallway.
The funniest thing I've ever heard you do. Just ugh.
I don't even know why I did it. That was a lot of stuff I did. Like just split reaction. I'm like, why did I do that? Like I remember in junior high one time, for some reason, I don't have no idea. I'd never done anything stupid. This was like something.
Never.
Okay, I didn't usually do stuff that was stupid in the middle of class, but it was like the PowerPoints that Dowdy had, and something about a chicken came up. And I'm like, chicken, 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 and then the guy started dying, and then Dowdy was like, "This is what I'm talking about." He's like, "Why are you guys messing around?" And I remember thinking, "Why did I do that?" I'm like, "I'm an idiot."
Why did I just say that?
Yeah, exactly. But everyone thought it was the funniest thing.
I don't remember it, to be fair, but I feel
at the time everyone did.
Well, I mean, like I feel like I don't remember.
I feel like at the time you laughed with everyone else.
I'm like, it's something I feel like I would laugh at.
It reminds me of that one. I don't know why. It's just random, but another thing in Bible class that one time when he said something about fear, and he's like, "What's something that reminds you of fear?" And I'm like, "Yellow power ring." And then people got it. But no one reacted, and he looked at me. He's like, "Louis, I have no idea what you're talking about." And then, some people started laughing at that. And then after class, you and like 4 other people came up to me like, "I knew what you were talking about. I just didn't want to react." I'm like, "You guys suck."
Like, dude.
It's like I can't let them know I'm a closet geek.
But where was I? Oh yeah, freaking the Mexican dude I worked with. Yeah. Now we're serious now.
Okay, cool.
But anyways, so. I'm working with this guy, again, full-blooded Mexican, right? I've known him before, and so we're working together, and we're doing, yard work, cleaning, all that boring stuff, and so they come up, like the two like main guys come up to me to like run that department, and they're both Mexicans as well, and they come up to me like, hey, what's up with that other guy, They like said his name. I'm like, why? What do you mean? And he said, yeah, so I go up to him and I tell him like, hey, can you go outside and pick up trash for me just for like half an hour or something? He told me no, because it's too hot. And I'm like, what? And I'm like, we can't tell you no. We're here to do our college-bound hours. This is like volunteer work. You tell us what to do and we do it, I'm like, this is how we get our college paid. So we can't say no. What do you mean? But I'm like, I'm confused. I'm like, what do you mean he said no? He's like, yeah, he told me no because he didn't want to go outside because it's so hot. And that's so weird. He's like, yeah, that's probably like the laziest Mexican I've ever met. Like, cause
he's doing drugs on the side.
Probably.
There's no in between. Either a good worker or
drugs.
Yeah.
Like when you pick your life, it's one or the other. It's you work hard or it's cocaine.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I guess that would be true about any race, but
But for us,
it's cartels or
But yeah. Anyway, so we're talking about like some like little like extra things we've been doing. You've been talking about work and all that. But
yeah, whatever
people, or maybe some people don't know, but you got your own channel.
Oh yeah.
You do.
The whole reason I'm here.
Not the whole reason. I don't want to.
Well, no, this is the whole reason I'm here.
But
I'm showing him this Godzilla versus Kong Funko Pop he got me. It's a glow in the dark Godzilla. I'm a big Godzilla fan.
Yeah.
I actually like a lot of the older stuff. Like I remember Godzilla as in it was a dude in a suit just fist pumping in the air after he won.
But even so, that's not the reason why you're here.
Obviously, I'm messing with
But so I just want to know though, like where did the Chunky Changos idea come from?
So it was like after college. I ended up I don't know. I guess with my job, I don't know. I like look at me now compared to high school. I would say I'm a lot more talkative and social to everyone.
Yeah.
Compared to where everyone's like afraid of me. I got an award for it.
Yeah.
At senior year and everything. But yeah, I'm trying to be more social. But the thing was, I ended up seeing this one thing. Like it was sort of a wake up call to me. And it was this video of this guy just or this guy had edited, and it was like a song playing, and it's got like the flashing, like almost like bright lights,
Lights?
It was like bright lights to make it feel like a feel good type of video.
Okay.
And it was just this guy, was like jamming to something, and it was going to different clips of people just dancing.
Okay.
And the quote ended up saying, remember, happiness isn't a destination, it's a way of travel.
Okay.
And I'm like, oh my goodness, like I'm over here saying I'll be happy when I get to here, or when I get this job, or when I get this much money, or when I get this house. It's like, but in reality, it's up to me each day or in the moment, to decide how happy I want to be. It's a way of travel. And once I realized that, like, my life just got so much better. I will admit, like, there's been hard times throughout the thing, but in the end, like, especially after, like, in July something happened. So after that happened, like, it was a rough time, but come, like, August, maybe, no, even September, because it was July, August I was going through it. So September, I embraced it even more. I was like, oh my goodness, like, I expected everything to be rosy, but, it's still up to me whether or how I want to see it. Like, there's definitely times for, to, like, not be happy.
Yeah,
but
no.
I'm just saying, like, every time that, I can. So I embraced it even more, and so, I'm trying to reach out to more people, like friends. Anyone I felt I may have wronged in high school, as in just didn't talk to them, or I didn't stand up for them.
Yeah.
I reached out, I'm like, hey, I'm sorry about that. And then, like, the two friends that, I felt I wronged or anything, they ended up, like, immediately forgiving me. And that's what kind of makes me feel worse, that they were, like, boom,
so cool with it.
I'm like, I don't know what I expected, but, like, yeah. But, yeah, I have good relationships with them now, so, like, I'm just working, like, every month I try to reach out to people. Like, was it the 12th of every month? I try to reach out to everyone, the family, friends. So, yeah, I'm just trying to be more happy, social, got more energy now. I'm losing more weight, and stuff like that.
But, okay. I think you kind of took the question and steered it a different way. But, like, I'm not
so,
saying,
yeah,
like,
all that to say, the Chunky Changos was an outlet to, like, sort of put that good vibe into the world. So yeah.
So it's just one day you and your brother like.
Yeah, I'm like, you know what? I like food. Like, let's just do the food reviews, And then like it wasn't until like, I want to say October that I started actually dieting. You know, and then when I do the food reviews, it's usually on a cheat day or something. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, the reason it's been so spaced out is because I tell myself, all right, I gotta last the weekend, and then I'll fail, but then I'm like, I should have done a review.
Yeah.
You know, but.
So.
Yeah.
So let's see. When you like came up with the idea of like doing the food reviews with your brother, right? I remember seeing the first video you guys did, and you were like the guy leading it, you know?
Yeah, my brother was. I think it's hilarious. Everyone's just like, he's definitely gotten better with it. But like the first one, sure, he was just like chomping down. I'm like, what'd you think? He's like, good. Just kept on going at it.
Good. And I remember he said good, and you're just like, yeah. So.
Yeah, it was like that moment of Dave. Come on, you gotta
like, help me out.
But yeah, that one was fun. Mm-hmm. But like everything good at Taco Bell, they take it away.
No.
Like, was it the last thing? I love Taco Bell. I will admit, if they took it out, I'd lose a lot more weight a lot faster.
Yeah.
You know, so, but yeah, like their newest thing, I love the chalupa. They came out with the toasted cheddar chalupa.
Okay.
I should have reviewed that, honestly.
Why don't you?
Because it's gone now.
Oh, okay.
I looked at it, because I was on my favorites. I'm like, all right, I'm going to order it this week, and I'm like, oh, it's gone.
Out of stock. What do you
mean? It's like with the Mexican pizza. They brought it back, it's sold out already. Really? I'm like, couldn't review that now.
What's something you feel like it's something like on your list of like whatever of things you want to review? Like
for a while, like we had asked a bunch of our like people who follow us. I guess our fans, our followers, subscribers. I don't know what you call them.
I don't know what you
the
call
people.
Them. Yeah.
The people who like our videos or watch them. So then we ended up asking on our Instagram like, hey, what should we review? And so we took some of that. I know Portillo we still need to do. Another one that we've been trying to do, but we just keep on putting off because we always try to do a review on a Sunday.
Okay.
And it's Chick-fil-A fries. We need to get those. And we're gonna put them up against like McDonald's and something else.
I think I remember you saying like we're gonna like see which place has the best fries.
Yeah, I wanted to do, and then I'm like, yeah, that didn't work out. Mm-hmm. I think they've come to get used to it by now. They're like, you know, these guys are unpredictable. Well, like nothing's set in their schedule.
I mean, I don't think anyone should be like, especially like for the guys that watch you. I don't think anyone should like be like upset because you guys are so sporadic. Because
they're probably not upset if I'm being honest. They're like really, lenient and stuff like that. But it puts pressure on us. We put it on ourselves.
For me as a fan, because I love your guys' videos. Whenever I see it come up in my like subscription feed, Chunky Changos posted a video 2 minutes ago, and I don't even see what review it is. I just see it's something. I'm like, I gotta watch this. I drop everything I'm doing, watch it now. But like, I think from the very beginning, you guys said, well, we're lazy, so maybe you'll get one this week. Maybe
I think we end every video on that. We're lazy, so we don't know when we're going to do it again.
Like next week, maybe? Or next month? Who knows?
Or next year?
Next year? We'll see. So at least you already put it out there, like, hey, this isn't like, it's not like what I'm doing, where every Tuesday I'm dropping a new episode. It's like, hey, if we do it, we do it. If we don't, hey, I guess we don't.
It'd be like that.
So, let's see. I had one last question. If you could think of like any like, what is it? Like fictional food, kinda. Like, you know how in SpongeBob they have the Krabby Patty?
Oh, okay.
Like, I know Harry Potter, they have like their whatever drink, the butterbeer, I think. But like, you can get that at Disney. But I mean, like, let's just say like an actual authentic Harry Potter one. Is there anything that you would like love to like try? That's not, I don't know, that doesn't exist right now, maybe.
Well, it most likely exists, what I'm thinking of, but I just think of those animes where it's got the authentic ramen.
Okay.
I'm like, man, I need to try me some authentic ramen.
Have you ever had authentic ramen?
No, this is the thing.
You've only had like Maruchan?
Yep.
Oh, bro.
Not even. I get the Aldi brand. What are you talking about? Exactly.
I have a box upstairs.
Dude, I will admit, I ate a bunch of...
We can have some later.
That could be our food review. Honestly, that gave me an idea. We should do that.
There we go. But,
we should go... Well, honestly, we've always gone with the chicken one. I didn't even know there was other flavors until I'm like, oh, there's shrimp and beef?
You know someone's rich if you ask them what their favorite ramen
and then they say something other than chicken?
No. They say, what is that?
Oh,
like, all right,
that's sad.
See you later.
No, like, I didn't believe it when someone told me that you're going to be eating a lot of ramen in college. I'm like, yeah, right. In college, I was just, like, eating 2 a night. I'm like, all right, this is bad.
But, yeah, but, like, is there anything, like, fictional or whatever you could think of? Oh, wait, no, you already said the freaking...
Yeah, it would probably be the ramen.
Yeah. There was this,
like, it just looks really good. And then I've seen some people try to recreate it.
Yeah, there was this, we can kind of get into this after too. So not last year, 2 years ago, I went with my sister, my brother-in-law, and his cousin to C2E2, and
Nice.
and like, you know, it was a good time. And then after that, we were like, okay, where do we go eat? And his cousin's like, oh, I know this like ramen shop that's down here. We should totally go to it. And I'm like, all right, cool. Go ahead, you have something.
No, continue. I'm just holding the thought in my head.
So we go to this ramen shop, and like this is my first time trying like authentic ramen, you know? And everyone there, like everyone else that was there, they have already been to like so many different like Asian restaurants and like ramen places and all that multiple times. It's my first time. So they're take up their chopsticks, you know, and they're freaking finessing everything. And I'm over here like and then I got so embarrassed because one of like the waiters comes up to me and says, "We can get you a fork if you want." And I said, no, I'm good. I'll learn. And I figured it out somehow. I didn't do it the correct way, probably, but I figured some way to get my noodles out, my chicken out, all my whatever stuff in there. I figured out a way to get it out. Nice. So, anyways, what'd you have?
Just on that note, going off of what you're saying, I know how to use chopsticks for sushi. That's it. And then like rice, I guess.
Yeah. Rice?
Yeah.
How do we... Oh,
I just grab it. It's usually clumped.
Yeah.
I know they probably, like, I've seen them do that and they're just... I'm like, ow.
I don't know. I can't.
I can't do that.
I figured out one way to do it 2 years ago. If you give me chopsticks now, I wouldn't know what to do with them.
Yeah, be like that.
Like, they always told me, like, oh, hold the first one like a pencil. And I'm like, well, how do you hold a pencil? Because clearly the way I hold it's wrong. Because I mean,
to be fair, it would be wrong for me. I have horrible penmanship.
Yeah, I don't know. People they're mean.
It'd be like that.
Yeah.
But all to say with the C2E2, because this year
we're going. Woo!
But you're going on that Saturday, right?
I'm going Saturday, and you got the 3-day pass.
Yeah. They actually just came in, and I posted it too.
Really quick, if anyone doesn't know what C2E2 is, because we brought it up here and there a couple times.
Comic Convention and Entertainment Expo, I think.
Yes,
right?
sir. It's like Chicago Comic Con kind of. There's the first time I went as like a little like tag along to my sister and her husband now.
Mm.
But like when they were dating, I was going to be like, they're like, you know, they're just to make sure they're not doing nothing bad. And my sister's like, hey, do you want to tag along with us? We're going to this thing, and like it'll be super fun. I think you'd like it because I don't want to bring anyone else she's like, I don't want to bring anyone else because they wouldn't enjoy it as much as you would. And I'm like, man, that's so lame. I'm not trying to go to no Comic Con with a bunch of neck beard mouth breather whatever people. I'm like, that's so bogus. And like, no, it'll be so much fun, trust me. I'm like, it's gonna be fine, whatever. And then I go, and it was like the most fun thing I've ever been to. And I remember we get back in the car after, and I'm like, so when are we going next year, right? And they're like, shoot, okay. And so then we just gone every single year since.
Nice.
So
what year was that?
Let me think. I've gone 3 years. So we had the 2021, 2019. Cool. I think. Cool. Yeah, it was a good time. That year, Mark Ruffalo was there.
Oh, nice.
I didn't see him, but
he was there.
Yeah. I got. I don't know if you know him. I got to meet CM Punk.
He's like a wrestler, right?
Yeah, he's a wrestler.
I think he's supposed to, or some wrestlers
he goes
are
every
there.
year.
Yeah,
he goes every year.
If I were into wrestling, I'd enjoy it. You know.
I used to be. Then I saw him there, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's CM Punk. And my sister's like, you want to go take a picture of them or whatever? I'm like, yeah, but I don't got no money on me. She's like, this is a once in a lifetime opportunity. I'll cover it for you. Or she's like, I'll cover it for you, and you just pay me like half the whatever thing back. I think it was like maybe like $40. So it wasn't even that bad. And so I just went there, took a picture with him, you know, and I'm like, oh, it's so cool. And then the next year he was there again. I'm like, oh, whatever.
Like, so, just CM Punk.
Just CM Punk, or whatever.
I love how we're just ripping into this guy I don't even know.
He's a jerk.
Oh, is he?
He kind of yelled at me when I took my picture with him.
Oof.
Not really. I said, like, I'm like, so what does the CM stand for in CM Punk? And he's like, oh, shoot, what did he say? Oh, my goodness, I forget.
I wouldn't know. I wasn't there.
No. Oh, no. He said whatever it stood for. And I thought that it originally stood for, like, Chicago Made Punk, you know, because it makes sense. But no, it doesn't. It stands for, like, Cookie Monster or whatever.
Cookie Monster Punk. It's like one of those memes.
Yeah. So, but anyways, though.
Oh, yeah. Just about the food at C2E2. I was going to say Saturday. I'm thinking because Matt's going to come up here for that one. I convinced him. Yeah.
Oh,
I ended up paying for his thing. I'm like, if I pay for you, would come up here. He's like, all right.
Is he coming the 1 day or 3 days?
3 days.
Dang.
Yeah, so...
I couldn't do the 3 day, to be fair. Like, the
to
1
be
day...
fair, this is my first time. I want to see what I'm going to do.
No, yeah, I get you. For me, though, like, the 1 day is always just good enough. Like,
yeah, that's the biggest day, you know? That everything happens, so.
But, like, going Friday and Sunday, you know, I'd be like, why have you seen everything here? So, unless I'm going to, like, the actual, like, panels and whatever, I don't think I'd enjoy it much. Because it's just walking around. But... Yeah. But no, like for me, the 1 day is good enough. But
well, like I said, I'll learn this.
No, yeah, no, you'll love it. Trust me, it's so much fun. So, anyways, go ahead.
Yeah, I was saying we should like totally meet up on that Saturday afterwards.
Yeah.
To I want to take you guys to Lou Malnati's.
Where is that?
It's actually a block away from my old job.
Okay.
And it's on the street after Michigan. So if you take 8th down, then get on that street. I forget what it is. I don't know Chicago as well as my dad.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be fair. But anyways, you know, like you go there and then make that left. And then there's Lou Malnati's. It's a deep dish pizza place. And I know they actually put one in Highland by that Duke of Oil and Walgreens and all that.
Okay.
It's a smaller place, but it's got like some of the best deep dish pizza. Like it's all, like you can tell it's handmade and everything. It's great. It's like a really buttery, flaky crust and everything. So I wanted to take Matt and, you know, Carlos and Laura. Laura's Carlos's girlfriend. And so, like, we're all going. Like, those are the reason I have the 4 passes. It's me, Matt, Carlos, and Laura.
Dang.
And we're all going to... I want to take them all there that Saturday. Just because, like, every time Matt comes out here, I try to convince him it's fun in Indiana, you know? Like, apparently he says he never remembers being to a zoo. Like, he went when he was like 3. Yeah, 3 or 4. I'm like, I gotta take him to Brookfield.
Yeah, if you go...
Yeah, you can't go to Lincoln on your first zoo experience. Plus, I heard it went down. It started going down.
Yeah, if you go there, like, half the animals aren't there. The other half are, like, asleep. The other half are dead. So...
Nice.
But yeah, C2 is gonna be fun this year. I hope. It was every year's always been good. Last year I met up with my buddy Jose, and we not even like planned to meet up. We just knew that we were both there, and then he saw me at like the corner of his eye or whatever, and I was over by this little video games section because they always have like a ton of consoles that you can just come up and play whatever, you know.
Nice.
And so I was playing with my brother-in-law. We were playing like Mortal Kombat, I think.
Nice.
And he just comes up behind me. He's like, "What you doing?" I'm like, "Oh, Jose, what's up? How's it going?" And, you know, talked for a bit. He dressed up like a Captain America. He had like a nice shield and all that. He looked good. And so, it's a good time. It's always a good time. You got to get there early though.
Yeah, I was thinking about like the cosplay. At first, I had some ideas. And I'm like,
you should wear your Sub-Zero cosplay.
Oh, dude, that was hilarious. The only reason I won was because I said I was Sub-Zero, and then he's like, "You know what?
I love Sub-Zero."
Exactly. It was the dumbest thing. So what happened was I threw some like... I'm going to let them know.
Yeah.
So what happened was I had seen this thing about how you can turn a shirt, like a t-shirt, into like a mask. I saw it on an iPhone of all things. And I'm like, oh, this looks cool. So it was like a ninja mask, and I pulled it up. And then I saw this other thing where this guy threw some blue jeans over, folded it across, and just tucked it in the shirt.
The most Mexican Sub-Zero I've ever seen.
I always was the most ghetto thing. Remember my Doctor Strange?
Yeah.
That was the most ghetto thing, but everyone loved it.
Yeah. Remember Black Jesus?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Tyler. I try to find Tyler now. Like, hopefully you're watching this, Tyler. Reach out to me.
Where are you?
Yeah, because he used to be on Insta, and so I was texting him, but then he stopped texting, so, like, he's not on Insta anymore. And then Carlos gave me his number, and I was checking to see if it was him. I got someone else, so that means his number was discontinued. I'm like, oh, man. I'm like, I really want to reach out and start talking to Tyler again.
All right, fans. We're putting you up on a search party.
Tyler Head from Hammond Baptist High School.
Nah, we're gonna get people like freaking harassing the guy. I hope not.
I hope not.
I love you, Tyler.
I love you too, Tyler. Like seriously, reach out if you hear us. But so yeah, I remember that was
you're saying Doctor Strange and all that.
Yeah. So was it the whole like superhero day was our Spirit Week? So the first one, I just got a shirt from Hunter. The second one, I think, is when I dressed up as V from V for Vendetta. Yeah. And I got first place. Then the next year was I think it was Doctor Strange. And so then I ended up grabbing that red poncho as a cape. Yeah. Some like denim jacket that my dad had and folded it across. I grabbed a green like scarf as a sash. I had the pants, and then like I put like the makeup and then sprayed like the gray right there. And what I ended up getting like in the final 4. I didn't place.
That's bogus.
Yeah, and everyone was so upset. Like, they told me throughout the day.
I was upset.
And then what happened was Dr. Woosley came up to me. He's like, Lewis, he's like, what's your costume, you know? And I was about to go full geek, and I'm like, nah, it's just this. I'm like, I know people don't like it when I geek out.
It's Doctor Strange.
I'm like, it's an amulet. Because I was talking about the Eye of Agamotto. I could have gone into detail. Like, I love this character. And I'm like, it's an amulet. And then Hunter started dying because he knew what I wanted to do. But he's like, so what'd you place? I'm like, oh, I didn't place. He's like, really? Brother Moffat was telling me how much he loved your costume. I'm like,
where was he at?
He was the one judging.
Clown.
And I'm like, he didn't place me, but he's over telling Woosley how much he loved my costume. I'm like, man.
Clown. That's clown moves right there.
But yeah, then, senior year, ended up winning first place again as Deathstroke.
Man, I remember Matt when he
I went as the anti-hero, so it was still, okay.
I remember you always went out, like 100% for a superhero.
And then no other day.
No. Matt, I remember Matt, he had like a Green Arrow costume.
That was good. And then I remember he told me this one, Tucker. What's his name?
Tim
Tucker, yeah. He ended up saying to Matt, he's like, haha, your parents are dead or something like that, because in the character. But Miss Murhalski was right there, and she's like, excuse me? And then he's like, no, I mean the character in the show.
Like, no, we're being nerds. Don't worry about it.
It was hilarious. But yeah, that was a good costume.
But yeah, you always went out. Matt had at least the one costume, then I could think he left. And then Lois, I don't know if you remember, she always dressed up as like...
She dressed up as Moon Knight that one time.
She dressed up as like obscure characters.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I'm like, she should have won these.
Yeah.
I felt like she should have won. I know this one chick dressed up as Loki. Sorry. This one girl dressed up as Loki.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
But then she didn't place because she's a villain. I'm like, that's the stupidest thing I've ever...
He has his own Disney Plus show now.
Exactly. Technically, he is a hero. So they're in the wrong.
He's always been a hero. He's my hero. But yeah. She dressed up as Moon Knight one year. And then she dressed up as Iron Fist. And I remember she would go by her all the lockers over there with all the girls, be like, what are you doing? And then all the guys are here like oh my god, you're Moon Knight.
Oh man, I was so excited about that one. I'm like, oh my goodness.
I love Moon Knight.
Yeah, I do.
Cool guy.
Glad they came out with the show.
What do you think? This is gonna be our last little thing because we've already gone over a little time. But
what is the time?
We're at 37 right now.
Oh, cool.
But what do you think about the new Doctor Strange movie? Honest opinion.
Wait, is this? Oh no, it's been enough time. They've been enough time.
It's already released.
Yeah. I'm saying it's been enough time. If you haven't seen it by now, that's on you.
Yeah, by the time this comes out, it'll be out for a couple weeks already.
That's true. It'll probably be on Disney Plus.
It's already on Disney Plus.
Is it?
Mm-hmm. So
I didn't know that.
Ahead.
Okay, so we're good.
Yes.
So yeah, I love Doctor Strange. I love that they added more magic.
Okay.
I love that they had the Defender Strange. That's a big character, It was a great fan cast for they finally got that fan cast for Reed Richards.
Yeah, John Krasinski.
Yeah, I was so happy about that one.
Then, the smartest man alive.
Yeah,
he's
I know,
the
right?
idiot in the world.
I know. A lot of people were didn't like how underwhelming it was. Mm-hmm. A lot of people wanted to see Iron Man, and I wanted to see Iron Man too. I wanted the actual Illuminati. I heard rumors of Tom Cruise or something, and I'm like, that would be cool, but nah. But then Black Bolt, they got the guy from the show, the Inhuman show, and he had a full costume this time. Mm-hmm. That was pretty cool. But I didn't like that they made Elizabeth Olsen's character, or the Scarlet Witch, the villain. Yeah. Because honestly, I was expecting Nightmare or something, some other Doctor Strange villain. And I'm like, it's kind of underwhelming. Yeah. I understand she had, because it seemed like she kind of had redemption arc. Yeah. She was trying to do better. Show. I mean, in the way she did redeem herself in the end, but I felt like she shouldn't have been the bad guy, you know?
She's her whole thing in the show was I don't want to hurt people.
And then she's over here full on hurting people.
Murdering people out of nowhere just...
And then she's like, do your kids have a mom? He's like, good, they won't be alone. Yeah. I'm like, okay, come on.
So it's okay if
she's killing everyone for 2 kids.
Yeah, it's okay if his kids are sad, but your kids, no.
Yeah, it's what about their mother, but still, and then the whole thing of why isn't she looking for Vision?
Exactly, right?
there was a lot of plots in it, but
she's not dead, she'll be back.
Well, obviously, with the multiverse,
well, not just that, they don't. The thing is, if they don't show the body, they're alive.
Well, it's also Marvel. You're never truly dead in Marvel, unless you're Yondu, of course.
Every single person that's died, I'm pretty sure they've been on screen dying. You can tell that they're dead. But with the Kingpin,
we thought Coulson was dead.
Well, he technically was.
Yeah.
With the Kingpin, he just got shot in the face, but like it wasn't shown, so he's still alive.
I think he is dead.
No, he's not.
But they're gonna bring in a different Kingpin.
No, I don't think so.
Maybe.
I don't think so.
I want to see
because
Daredevil.
I heard like in the comics he got shot in the face by Echo, and then like he just came back and just like lost vision in one eye. That's it.
No.
And he'll be back.
He'll look like Nick Fury.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
But then he's gonna get his eye back somehow. Magic. Anyways, all that to say, I thought that the Doctor Strange movie was like B tier. Yeah. I didn't think it was.
I thought it was good
amazing.
just because of the magic, but yeah, they always show him like severely like lacking at times.
Yeah.
But he does pull through.
I didn't think it was amazing.
It's better than the first one.
Oh yeah.
The first one was kind of underwhelming. I feel like that one scene in Thor Ragnarok was better than the whole first movie.
I went to go see it with Joe, Pete, and Caleb.
Yeah, in 3D, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
not in 3D.
Oh, Joe, like, I thought told me it was 3D.
Or maybe it might have been. But
yeah, and then Caleb fell asleep or something.
Yeah, like one of them fell asleep. I'm like, guys, what are you doing? They're like, oh, it's boring. I'm like, fair enough. I guess. So, but yeah, I think we've 40 minutes is pretty good. So, sure.
I'm like, hey, you're the one calling the shots, man.
So what we'll do right now, we're gonna wrap it up here, guys. We're gonna do one more little episode that we're gonna do. Nice. We're gonna do a little food review, kinda.
But not on this one.
What?
Not on this one. Just letting them know.
Yeah, we're gonna do a little food review.
Don't wait, expecting the credits to roll by. No, this isn't a Marvel movie.
No, we're ending in like a minute. But is there anything else you want to say, Louis? Just you want to add on? Shout out your channel, whatever.
Oh yeah, I guess what is it? Chunky Changos on YouTube. If you guys want to check them out. Me and my brother are supposed to do a review today. We'll see how that turns out.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
Well, we're not even gonna spoil it. Just keep an eye on the channel. You'll see when new stuff comes out.
All right, I guess I'll sign out how I sign out on my videos. Stay chunky, my friends.
Stay chunky, my friends. We'll see you guys later.